Hi, Lee Legends. First, want to say happy Easter. I'm sure this is a different Easter for everyone being quarantined, but I hope everybody is enjoying their family and their loved ones today. Bringing you our flipped faculty meeting, getting ready for our readiness week this week, and then the following week, we'll get started with our remote learning, and we're going to talk about that a little bit here in our flipped faculty meeting. All right, our agenda. We have our readiness week. It starts Tuesday, April 14th, and it's going to go through Friday, the 17th. We're going to talk about what this readiness week is going to look like. We're going to talk about Chromebook distribution, and then remote learning we're going to talk about, and it starts April 20th, and we'll look at the middle school remote learning, grades 6 to 8, and then we'll look at the high school, grades 9 to 12. All right, I don't know how each one of you are feeling, but I'm ready to get this show on the road. I feel like we've been quarantined and trying to prepare for the remote learning. So let's kind of get the show started. So let's take a look at what we've got coming. All right, this has a lot of information, but first I want to start with what our hopes are for this week of Readiness Week. We want to reconnect with one another and in dialogue and work on what this could look like for you as well as your students. We want to strengthen our understanding and ability to support students and their families and what that might look like. What it looks like at middle school is going to look a little different than what it's going to look like at the high school level. We want to deepen our confidence to help all students learn in a meaningful and engaging way. And we want to collaborate to design solutions to problems as we engage in new learning together. Our expectations for this week, we want to be aware of and take care of our own learning strengths and needs. So whatever it is that you need and you need to work on, we want to have supports for you. We're going to reconnect through, Kevin's going to have a welcome address on Tuesday morning. We want to understand shifts through Carol's Intro to Remote Learning framework. Engage in relevant and meaningful learning on your own and with others for approximately 12 hours over 4 days. 2 hours are going to be a mandatory, what everybody has to do, but the other 10 hours is varied requirements, and more of that will be laid out for you. We have 2 feedback forms we want you to fill out, and these feedback forms are to see how we're doing as administrators and what support is that you need that we haven't provided yet so that we can get that going for you. And then on Friday, you'll have a staff meeting. So we're going to do a Zoom staff meeting at 9:30 on the 17th. And so I'll be sending a link out for our Zoom meeting. And then we just want to extend our thanks and gratitude for all of you and all your hard work you've been doing. And I know that we're saying that Tuesday through Friday is our readiness week, but I know that each one of you have been working and collaborating on what this can look like for your students. Once again, the requirements for everyone will be the 2 hours that are required, and then we'll have 10 hours of varied requirements. And those 10 hours are what's going to benefit you. So that could look differently for everyone. All right, just a great quote. Somehow we've come to equate success with not needing anyone. Many of us are willing to extend a helping hand, but we're very reluctant to reach out for help when we need it ourselves. It's as if we've divided the world into those who offer help and those who need help. The truth is that we are both, and that's Brene Brown. And as we're in this time that's unknown, I think that's very, very true, that there are things that we can share with others and there are things that others can share with us so that we can just hit a home with not only the remote learning, but just connecting and staying connected through this uncertain time. All right, Chromebook distribution is going to take place for all students that are going to be getting Chromebooks. Is going to be in the Lee parking lot, in the high school parking lot. It's going to take place Tuesday from 1 to 5 p.m. and Wednesday 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And this will be for students in grades 3 through 8 that need to get devices. Once again, that's for all students in the high school parking lot. All right, our remote learning plan and what that's going to look like on April 20th. We're going to start with middle school. Worked with the department chairs in middle school, and we just decided it would be best to have a slower rollout because it's going to be difficult for the middle school students as they've not been taking home devices and just getting into a routine. And so, week one, on Monday, the students will just have periods 1 and 2, and then they'll have sustained silent reading. And Monday will be our check-in, and that's with sixth period students. So all middle school sixth period students, you'll have a check-in on Monday, and then students will also have access to their accommodations. Tuesday is just sustained silent reading for 60 minutes and time to connect and work completion. Wednesday is periods 3 and 4, sustained silent reading, and then accommodations. Thursday is periods 5 and 6, sustained silent reading, accommodations. And Thursday will be our check out with our sixth period class. So all teachers for middle school, your sixth period class, it's important that we connect with every student in that class. That's how we'll be able to know what students are participating and not. And so please, I'm going to need to know what students that you were not able to connect with each week so that we can try and connect with those students. And then Friday is reading, connecting, and work completion. And students should have their work turned into you by the following Monday. And all modules for the week need to be posted by 8 a.m. on Monday morning. Office hours for teachers will be Monday through Thursday, and that will be for an hour or two. And if students just need to be able to reach you by email, if you want to do a Zoom or a Hangout, feel free to do that. We'll be handing out a guidance to Zoom and Google Hangout meetings just so that students know the expectations as well on that. So once again, this is middle school and this is week one. All right, middle school week 2. We're just increasing the number of classes per day. So on Monday, it'll be periods 1 through 3. Once again, it will be your check-in time with your sixth period. Notice the time change, that it should only be 40 minutes per class here with week 2. Week 1 should be the time where we're teaching them how to get onto Google Classroom, what that looks like. Week 1 should be our social emotional learning, just making sure students are okay, talking and teaching about the pandemic so they understand what's going on. Week 2 is more where we should be getting into more of the content of your classes, where week 1 was just really getting them connected, social emotional learning, understanding Google Classroom and where they're sending their information. All right, so Tuesday, reading, connecting, and work completion. Wednesday is periods 4, 5, and 6. Once again, only 40 minutes per class, and students have their accommodations. Thursday is going to be the first day that middle school does all 6 periods. Each period should only be max 20 to 25 minutes. What takes you 20 to 25 minutes could take a student an hour. So please, I think what we're going to find when we get feedback from our students is that each class took them a lot longer than 20 or 25 minutes. So please try to rein your content in there. And then Friday is 60 minutes of reading, connecting, work completion, and students should have their stuff in by Monday. Once again, office hours Monday through Thursday, roughly an hour to 2, and Monday and Thursday is check in on Monday and check out on Thursday. All right, middle school final week, and we're up to full go. So week 3 puts middle school at 100%. So periods 1 through 6 on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And Monday and Thursday is our Monday's check-in. Thursday is check out. Tuesday and Friday is reading, connecting, and work completion. Once again, modules are all uploaded by Monday at 8 a.m. And every week after week 3 is the same as week 3 for middle school. All right, remote learning for high school once again starts April 20th. On Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday is periods 1 through 6. Classes should only take 20 to 30 minutes per class. Monday is check-in with second period. So all second period high school teachers, you're doing a 20-minute check-in with your class. If you want to do that on Zoom or Google Hangouts, that would be great. Any students that you are not able to connect during the week with for second period, please make a list of those students because we need to reach out and find out where those students are at. So Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, periods 1 through 6, Wednesday and Friday is the students' time to do work completion, to connect with teachers if need be, and time to read, and just complete any homework or work that they need to. High school teachers, all modules for the week need to be posted by Monday at 8 a.m. and it's the module for the entire week of learning because students will have different opportunities throughout the week of when they can get online. But what's really important is the first week that we're really just connecting with our students, social, emotional learning, seeing where they're at, and teaching about the pandemic and what their understanding of it is, and any questions that we are able to ask. If you have any questions regarding this, please put them on Padlet. By all means, in the first week, you can get to content, but we just want to build those relationships and connect with our kids before we get to the content. That's very, very important. Every student, both middle and high, is at a different place dealing with the quarantine, dealing with the pandemic, and their understanding. And so we just want to make sure our students are okay. All right, just a little bit more information here. We know that teachers are going to offer office hours Monday through Thursday, roughly an hour to 2. Just post them so your students know when those office hours are. Weekly modules need to be posted by 8 a.m. on Monday. Our work needs to be turned in or feedback given and needs to be uploaded no later than Monday at 8 a.m. So you'll need to provide that information to students. And students will earn either a credit or an incomplete based on participation. If a student does not earn credit, they will receive an I until the course expectations are achieved. Once again, thank you for all your hard work in preparing for an unknown. And questions, please post them on the Padlet so that as you're putting them in there, I can hopefully answer them. If not, I will find the answers to your questions. Know that this is going to be a process that we're going to have to tweak as we go through. So as you're seeing different things occur, please share with department chairs because I'll be meeting with them and we'll be discussing how we need to tweak and progress through our remote learning. And you are the best team. Once again, happy Easter, and I look forward to chatting with everybody next week.